Giants fans, we are moments away from our Wall of Fame ceremony. Are you ready? We've got 5 going in at the same time. The greatest collection of Giants inducted into the Wall of Fame at the same time. I want them to hear you in the clubhouse. Gonna ask you one more time. Are you ready?
That's the kind of energy we know you can bring. So let's send it back up to our public address announcer, Carolyn McCardle, to take it away.
All right. Thank you, Therese and Anthony. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Oracle Park. Today's contest is Game 2 of a 3-game series between the visiting Detroit Tigers and your San Francisco Giants. And now, to lead off today's Wall of Fame ceremony, please welcome Giants broadcasters Dwayne Kuiper and Mike Krukow.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a one-boy, cuddly toy, my up, my down, my pride and joy. People, let me tell you about him, it's so much fun. Whether we're talking man to man or whether we're talking son to son, 'cause he's my best friend. He's my best friend. La la, ba da 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 ya, ba da 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 ba, ba da 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 ya.
All right, yeah, this is just great. Mike gets to blow kisses at you guys, and I actually have to work. All right, anyway. Well, Giants fans, thanks for showing up. We always ask you to come out early, get comfortable, and once again, you have. We have a really, really special day today when we get to honor our history. Today, we celebrate not 1, but 5. That's right, 5 of our forever Giants as they become the newest inductees into the prestigious Giants Wall of Fame.
And if you ever wondered why guys want to play here, this is it. Because in San Francisco, it's not enough to be good. You got to have style. And today, we honor 5 guys that played this game with passion, and they played with style. And we will never forget them. The Wall of Fame was established by the Giants in 2008, and it was created to recognize those who have distinguished themselves on the basis of longevity and achievement during their time with the club. Honorees must have played for the Giants a minimum of 9 seasons or 5 seasons with at least 1 All-Star appearance in a Giants uniform. The 60 plaques adorning the King Street wall pay tribute to 57 extraordinary men that don the orange and black, and 3 non-roster men, Bob Lurie, Peter McGowan, and Mike Murphy, who, all 3 guys, never took a swing and they never threw a pitch, but they were instrumental in shaping the course of our beautiful Giants history.
They sure did. And we will hear a lot more about our newest inductees in just a minute, but they are not the only ones here. Allow me to introduce some of our special guests here gathered on the field. First of all, the Belt family. Please welcome Brandon's wife, Haley, along with their children, Augie and Grayson, and his mother, Janice, and father-in-law, Gary. The Belt family. Please give a great reception to Buster Posey's family. Buster's wife, Kristen, along with Lee, Addie, Ada, and Livy, and Buster's parents, Tracy and Gerald. The Posey family. The Sandoval family, otherwise known as the Panda family. His wife, Stefania, Valentina, the children, Victoria, Liam, Zoe, and Samuel. The Panda family. And there always has to be a second baseman in this group. The Panik family. Please welcome Joe's wife, Brittany, their children, Michaela and Colton, and his parents, Natalie and Paul. All right, the Crawford family. Brandon's wife, Jalen, along with their children, Braylon, Jaden, Braxton, Bryson, Jaslyn. Woo! Brandon's parents, Lynn and Mike, and his mother-in-law, Joyce, the Crawford family.
And now our Giants family. Giants President and CEO, Larry Baer. Giants General Manager, Zach Manassian. Former General Manager and current Senior Advisor to Baseball Operations, Bobby Evans. And the manager of the Giants from 2007 to 2019, Bruce Bochy. Former bench coach and current Senior Advisor to Baseball Operations, Ron Wotus. Former third base coach, Tim Flannery. Former pitching coach, Dave Righetti. Former bullpen coach, Mark Gardner. Former Giant and assistant coach from 2009 to 2019, Sean Dunston. Assistant coach, Taira Uematsu. Former pitcher and current Giants community ambassador, Dave Dravecki. Vice President, Medical and Performance, Dave Greshner. Senior Manager, Home Clubhouse and Major League Equipment Manager, Brad Grimms.
Are we yelling? It seems like we're yelling. And now let's welcome some fellow Wall of Famers who are here with us for today's festivities. Our most recent inductees in 2024, we call them the Core Four. Let's welcome Jeremy Affeldt, Sergio Romo, and Javi Lopez. How about our 2022 inductee, Hunter Pence? From our 2010 class, Sean Estes. From our 08 class, former teammate of Mike and I, and we love the guy, Chili Davis. Also an old teammate, love the guy, the Hackman, Jeffrey Leonard. A teammate of Mike and a second baseman, my first year of broadcasting, Robbie Thompson. And another teammate of Mike and I, and a really terrific pitcher, right-hander Jim Barr. And a 2023 inductee, the guy who guided all of us through that clubhouse, every one of us, Mike Murphy. And now, before we introduce our inductees, please direct your attention to the video board for a look back at just a few of their finest moments.
A drive to right, and the Giants will win tonight.
And Panik's gonna dive, and he makes the catch!
Panik dives, it's got a glove hand flip to Crawford, the first.
Absolutely spectacular play from Joe Panik.
He's looking up, it's gone! Crawford has launched a grand slam over that 21-foot-high wall. A leaping catch at shortstop.
Crawford, this is a long throw. He gets it there. Middle. Crawford! There's one! There's two!
Pablo Sandoval conecta su tercer cuadrangular.
Sandoval.
He caught it!
Oh, down the line and foul ground. He's got plenty of room. And he's got it! And the Giants have won. They have won the World Series for the third time in 5 years.
It's a bouncing ball to Belt. Belt's got it. Belt goes to Crawford. Belt back to first. Double play. Unbelievable.
He belts one down the right field line, deep into the corner. A triple for Brandon Belt.
Strike three called, and the Giants have won the World Series in Detroit. Posey throws behind Turner. Crawford tags him out.
They're heading home. The relay goes to Scudero. The throw to Posey. The tag, and he is out.
Posey swings, and it's a high fly ball down the left field line. It is gone. Cabrera takes strike three called, and the Giants have won the World Series in Detroit in dominant fashion.
Wow. It seems like when you watch those, it just gets better every time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Oracle Park, your 2026 Wall of Fame inductees. Please say hello to Brandon Belt, Brandon Crawford, Joe Panik, Buster Posey, and the Panda, Pablo Sandoval.
You know that chick that used to dance a lot? Every night she'd be on the floor shaking what she'd got. Man, when I tell you she was cool, she was red hot. I mean, she was steaming. And that time over at Johnny's place, well, this chick got up and she slapped Johnny's face. Man, we just fell about the place.
Well, now here to provide a little insight and a peek behind the curtain into what made these five guys forever Giants to be so special. We thought we'd bring up a few of their coaches that came back to celebrate with us today. Please welcome back Bruce Bochy, Ron Wotus, Tim Flannery, Dave Righetti, and Mark Gardner.
How you doing, fellas?
Good.
Well, yeah. How are you doing?
Good. How about we just start out with the manager? Of this group here, do you have a favorite?
So I pick my kids, but yeah, I love them all. Love them all.
Yeah. What's one thing that all 5 of these had that made them so good and helped make the team so good?
Well, I think I have to start with the calmness that this group had. You know, they just had that ability to play with that even keel, and that works during the season with the ups and downs that you have to deal with. But when you get to the postseason, that's when it really comes into play. Because a big part of our game is keeping your emotions in and being able to perform under pressure. And nobody was better than these guys.
Calmness.
I want to talk to the pitchers. And I'm going to start with Dave Righetti and Rags. I mean, you had Cy Young Award winners. You had guys throw perfect games, no hitters. They were stellar in postseason. And you raised them. What are the things about the guys that you had that were so successful as starting pitchers?
I think the big thing for us was not just get them up here at the right time, they have to last, right? You don't want to lose them every other year because the team might not be right yet. These 5 guys are spread out over, 7 years? So you got to keep these guys healthy year after year. So our job was to try to do that. And you're right, I got to see Kane's first pitch and his last, bogeys, people like that, Romo. I mean, so we're super proud, obviously, to be in this position and for them to keep calling us and giving us a contract each time. So that was nice. But the calmness is perfect. You can watch Kane's face, maybe not Bogey, but most of the guys, you could tell the way they were pitching that they were built for it.
Gardy, let's talk about the bullpen. One of the strengths of this club was the consistency of the pen. Biggest games, they stood the tallest. What is it about this bullpen that you're most proud of?
Well, I think their consistency was their best asset. They gave Boch an option for different looks for different guys. High, low, soft, hard, breaking balls. It wasn't just one look. So I think that was a key for Boch to be able to go out there and pick guys to face certain guys, and then it panned out.
You know, we've been so lucky to have unbelievable quality third base coaches. And over the history of this franchise, we have 2 of them that are sitting in this group. And I'll start out, who's older, you or Wotus?
Flan.
Flan? All right, I'll start out with the oldest one. Toughest coaching job, I don't think anybody would argue, is coaching third, because of all the scrutiny you get if you start getting people thrown out at home. How'd you deal with that?
I did it for a long, long time, and I had calluses all over me and scars all over me, and I didn't care. I knew that I could do it, and I knew the players, they knew I took it personal, and they didn't take pitches off. I had some of the best base runners. Brandon Crawford might not have been the fastest, but he was the smartest. And the third base coaches now, we had an 8th hitter, we had a pitcher. So you could be a little more aggressive and needed to be aggressive in that situation. And he also had a bullpen that if I knew there was 2 guys that could go a couple, if they were worn out, I'm going to try to win a game by jamming them home. Right. We couldn't play a long time, and then you might lose 3 more games. But it's a different game now. They put that invisible guy out at second.
All right, Wody, same question. How'd you deal with it?
Well, it's the funnest position on the field is coaching third. I mean, I bench coached for 19 years, and, when you're next to a guy like this, he doesn't necessarily need a bench coach. So staying in the game and being ready if he asks something is difficult. But out here, you feel like you're playing again. And Flan said it, if you have good players with good instincts, it makes a lot easier. And I do want to take this moment to tell you just how good these 5 guys are here today. I've seen a lot of players, and from the day one, every one of them, when you saw them play, you saw the calm that Boch talks about. You saw the instincts that they had for the game, and you knew they were going to be outstanding big league players. But the one thing I'm most proud of is the way they played the game with no ego, their desire to be the best they possibly could be, and to want to win, and that goes for the whole group, this panel right here. Winning was the end goal. These coaches here, we were one unit, and we played the game the right way. I could say that, and it's because of the players on this field.
So, Butch, that seems to be the theme. Play the game the right way. And the one thing as a manager, you have to be in charge of every player that you have, whether they're pitchers, whether they're players. How did you give them that confidence to play the game the right way at the biggest moment?
Well, we talked about this in spring training. It's so important to just do things right, play the game right, and let's hold each other accountable to doing those things. And this group did a great job of it. It wasn't just me that would go up to a player if he didn't hustle or do something like we wanted to do it as a Giant. So it was really the group that come together, and they helped provide that leadership for me in the clubhouse, and that just gave them the confidence. Because when it comes from a peer, it means a lot. It does. And so I was proud of how guys stepped up, and these 500 pence guys like that would help out in that clubhouse.
All right, gentlemen, thank you. You've definitely made your mark. Not today, but in every way. Thank you. All right, it is now a great pleasure of mine to introduce the president and CEO of the Giants, Mr. Larry Baer.
Thank you, Kai. Before we begin, how grateful are we for Dwayne Kuiper and Mike Krukow? Can we all agree on one thing? Mike Krukow, our spiritual leader, is the greatest color analyst on planet Earth. Kruk. Also want to agree on another thing. Do we all agree that the 5 years of Giants baseball from 2010 to 2014 was the greatest 5 years in the history of San Francisco Giants baseball? And it was a credit to the 5 honorees who made up our infield, our catcher and our 4 infielders. So on behalf of the Giants ownership group, I'm honored to share this special day with each of you, with Joe, Pablo, Brandon, Buster, and Brandon. Contributions you made clearly made memories for lifetime for generations of Giants fans. Amazingly, the 5 men here earned a total of 11 World Series rings as San Francisco Giants. Encourage everyone to take a moment to walk on King Street and see the plaques that we'll be unveiling shortly and read about these wonderful, incredible, legendary players that we're honoring today. Just a moment of spotlight on each of them. Joe, you will forever be remembered for your incredible defensive play in Game 7. We showed it on the board of the 2014 World Series. You will always be remembered for being an all-star Gold Glove winner and, most importantly, an all-time favorite among Giants fans. Thank you, Joe Panik. Pablo, thanks to you, your teammate Barry Zito, you were affectionately dubbed, our beloved Panda. And fans young and old embrace that with your amazing play and the pure joy you brought to the game. How many of you owned a Panda hat? Yeah. You made the impossible seem almost routine with your ability to make contact with unbelievable pitches and your 3 home runs in Game 1 of the 2012 World Series are etched in our minds forever. Pablo. Brandon Belt, we go from the panda to a captain and baby giraffe, as well as an all-star. You combine first base with grace. You played first base with grace. We'll forever celebrate your late night, early morning, 18th inning home run in Game 2 of the 2014 divisional playoffs. We love you, Brandon Belt. Thank you. Brandon Crawford, the greatest Giant shortstop ever in our history. Combined elite defensive play, clutch performance, steadfast leadership to help lead the club to multiple World Series titles. Your willingness to use your platform to give back reflects the same humility and integrity that define your playing career. As I understand it, nobody has been able to fulfill your duties as clubhouse DJ. And congratulations on your recent induction to the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame. Brandon Crawford. Buster. You had so many incredible moments here to thrill our fans. And through your award-winning play, created some of the most lasting memories ever in New York or San Francisco Giants history. You defined an era of excellence for the Giants while becoming one of the greatest catchers in Major League Baseball history. Off the field, you and Kristen established BP 28 and have provided support and hope to countless children and families impacted by pediatric cancer. I also want to express how grateful we are on behalf of our entire ownership group and our fans to have you leading our baseball operations. Also want to take a moment to recognize the beautiful families, especially the amazing women who have supported you, the 5 honorees, through their careers. Brittany, Stefania, Haley, Jaylene, and Kristen. And for your children that may not have had a chance to see you play, I hope you are now seeing how special your fathers are today at this event. We're deeply proud of the Giants' rich history, and we want to remember the Giants' managing partner, Peter McGowan, who led the effort to establish the Wall of Fame way back at the beginning of this ballpark in 2000. So now's the time. We are going to unveil the plaques, and we would ask each of the 5 honorees to come up, and we will do the countdown. We missed the countdown, but there they are. Buster Posey. Brandon Belt, Brandon Crawford, Pablo Sandoval, Joe Panik, everyone.
Okay, we have some questions we want to ask our inductees this year. And I'm going to start with Buster. In 2010, this team was coming together, and you came into this season about a month late. And you came into Milwaukee and immediately made your presence felt. The entire season, as that team would start to gather momentum going into September and October, did you ever feel any additional pressure because this city had never seen a World Series win in their 53 years of history?
Well, let me first start just thanking all our coaches, front office, players that came out, all our families. So appreciative of y'all being here supporting us. And I got to give Krug some love too before I start on this, because we're surely going to miss you. I know we're going to celebrate you later, but just want to say thank you for all your years. Very grateful.
Thank you.
To answer the question, I think I was naive enough to not feel extra pressure of not knowing that we hadn't won here. But we had such a special group. It was veteran-laden. We had some younger players, you know, Kane, Lenscomb, and Bumgarner had come up. And then myself with the veterans sprinkled in. We had this feeling about us, and I think Pablo would probably echo this sentiment, as we were gaining momentum as the season went along, and we just had this sense that if we get in the playoffs, we're going to be really dangerous. We knew with our pitching we were going to be really dangerous, and as Boch mentioned, it was a fearless group, and you can't play this game scared. And it was a group of players that played hard, and you know, just great memories, obviously, winning that first one in 10.
Look, sometimes this gets a little serious, so I want to ask Belt, is it safe to say you might be the best athlete of this group?
I mean, I don't think there's any question that I'm the best athlete probably in this entire city and in the state of Texas. But you can ask any of these guys right here. I'd beat them in any sport that is on planet Earth, especially swimming or ping pong or something like that. I'm going to win.
All right. I believe him.
So, Pablo, how do you deal with a guy like that who says he's the best athlete of the group?
Oh, my God. Hi. Thank you, guys. I just want to say thank you to the Giants organization, the coaching staff, Bochy, all my teammates. This group, if you don't have this guy here, I don't play the game right. So they made my day easy, and have a clown like that guy. It's one of the things that I love about this team. It's emotional that you have a couple guys that come to the field to win the game, make you lose. And he's one of those guys.
Yep, I agree. They're all pretty good. Yep. Hey, Brandon Crawford, you and Brandon Belt did something before every game that we used to watch from the broadcast booth. Crawford would start out by the foul line, and you were about, 75 yards towards center field, and you played catch. And after every throw, you started creeping in towards each other. Am I right on this?
That's correct.
And the guy who actually won the toss is the guy who got to flip the last ball, right?
So we were playing catch, and then when Belt would come back in, we would continue to throw it as hard as we would, like 90 feet, until we were, 5 feet from each other, probably.
Yeah. And that last throw always entertained me.
Yeah, ultimately, Belt got a concussion from that.
I was still a better athlete than all of them with a concussion.
All right, Joe. Joe Panik, you and Brandon Crawford turned the double play in the Game 7 of the Kansas City series. Arguably the greatest double play in the history of the World Series, at least from Giants fans' perspective. When you go back and watch that play now on replay, what are you thinking when you watch what you guys did to get that deuce?
Originally, what was I thinking going with the glove flip? But in that play, I have to give a shout out to everybody that's a part of that play. Jeremy Affelt over there, thank you for giving up a hard ground ball. Thank you to Mr. Crawford over here for stretching and throwing an absolute BB. Belt, no credit to you. And then Sean Dunston over there, up in the booth. Got to give you some love. First ever overturned play in World Series history. So honestly, it's a team effort, and fortunately I was on the right side of it.
Well, let's talk about that team effort, because you heard your skipper say that the one edge that you guys all had was your calm. So just whoever, speak out right now. Who was in charge of the calm on that team?
Pablo, probably. He's really calm.
I'm cold-blooded. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, it was fun watching each and every one of you play. And it's just ironic that there isn't an outfielder here and there isn't a pitcher here. And we all know how much those guys contributed. But I don't want to let Brandon Belt go without actually saying something serious about him. And that's, I don't think we appreciated everything you did defensively. I mean, you never won a Gold Glove, and you should have won a whole bunch of Gold Gloves. And I really mean that. And I think everybody here that threw a ball to you across the diamond would probably agree with that. So I tip my cap to you for being a great defensive player.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'd say honestly, it's a credit to Woe over there. Woda's got me out there a lot when I was dragging. Didn't necessarily want to go maybe work on my ground balls that day or whatever it may be, and he pushed me all the time. So I'm very thankful to have the coaches that we had out there.
All right.
Gentlemen, we can't tell you how proud we are of all of you for your contribution to the history of this franchise. And I think I speak for everybody in the stands as saying you did it your way. And thank you.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Thanks for the calm.
One more time. Pablo Sandoval, Buster Posey, Joe Panik, Brandon Crawford, and Brandon Bell.